Stellantis shares have fallen well over 50% over the past 12 months. I hate to say I told you so to the diehards, but I did tell you so. In fact, for years I'd been warning on Stellantis short-term profits. That's what the company was about, and that always backfires. In this case, spectacularly. Guys, this is really bad. The company's production has dipped to, well, it's fallen to a 68-year low. Now, in 68 years, the global population has tripled. Actually, it's more than tripled. What was it, about 2.7 billion? So yeah, approximately tripled. That means their production of cars hasn't fallen to a 68-year low. It's just collapsed in comparison to what they used to be manufacturing. Now, as a result, Stellantis, who do have a lot of manufacturing, or did, in Italy and the United States, well, in those countries, they are in major trouble. The Italian automotive industry is in a crisis, just like Germany, and this is not going to go, it's not going to go down well. Here are the numbers behind this historic collapse. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Guys, it's great to have you with us. And it's, it's disappointing that this is what it's come to for Stellantis. It didn't have to come to this. They could have focused on long-term viability as a business, but they haven't done that. They've focused on short-term profiteering. Remember last year, right? 2023, even the start of 2024, the company was crowing on and on and on about record profits, record inflation too. They didn't actually factor that into the record profits. Record profits, that's what they cared about. That's the kind of message we were hearing from companies like BlackBerry and Kodak, right? Before everything turned to poo. Free Press Journal has just reported that Stellantis production has fallen to a 68-year low, and obviously their share price has been killed. A lot of mum and dad investors who unfortunately don't watch this channel, so had no warning, pre-warning on the fact this was going to happen, have lost, you're looking at billions of dollars. Obviously individuals wouldn't have lost billions of dollars, but they would have lost enormous percentages of their life savings. So the company is one of the biggest names in the world automotive industry, along with Toyota and the Volkswagen Group. Really, they were the three biggest. Well, yeah, that's going to change. All of that's going to change over the next 5 years, obviously. But anyhow, 2025 has started and has brought in some bad news from the previous year for a number of companies like Mercedes-Benz, Stellantis, and many others. The multinational automobile giant Stellantis is, well, it's in a crisis, clearly. Look at its sales in the United States. None of its brands are doing well. None. Alfa Romeo, Ram, Chrysler, basically dead. Somebody should take over Chrysler. It's a joke. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Who else have they got? Dodge, Jeep. Yeah, none of these companies, none of them are doing well. Fiat, though, actually Fiat's doing okay, but tiny numbers of sales anyway. The car maker had one of the worst years in its history in 2024. It fired its CEO, even though it said it wouldn't, but it eventually was forced to fire him because of the enormous shit fight that was going on in the public eye, in the media, where its dealers were basically begging the company for help. The company was like, nah, you fix it, it's your fault. Literally, seriously, the CEO of Stellantis, he blamed Maserati sales fell by what, like 70%? Some insane number. Maserati is just cooked. As a company, they're just finished. They discounted their cars at historic levels and they couldn't sell cars. The CEO blamed the discounting. He said, if you hadn't discounted, you would have sold more cars. It doesn't make any sense. That's absolute madness that he would say that. They had 7-decade low production numbers. The car company saw its production of cars drop to a 7-decade low in Italy as well. This 68-year low number attained in car production means a 37% drop in sales in 2024 alone. 37% drop. Holy smokes. This development emerging from Italy comes at a time of just turmoil in the automobile industry that is being disrupted. Look at the German automotive industry. The Volkswagen Group are going to fire 35,000 people. Yeah. Now, executives at the Volkswagen Group will give up 400 million euros. 400 million euros. Executives are giving that up, right? They want to keep their jobs and they think, well, it's worth it. So the EV revolution is forcing companies to change. And they're trying, but, well, not trying very hard. Let's be honest. I mean, Mercedes-Benz EV sales fell by more than 30% in 2024, EV sales. And this wouldn't sound all that bad. But the problem is Mercedes-Benz invested billions and billions of dollars. In fact, they invested more than any other company over the last 3 years on electrification. Didn't really work that well. So the EV revolution is sweeping the globe. In fact, EV sales increased by more than 25% worldwide. The media is lying to you. Don't listen to them. Come here, I'll give you the facts here, because they're telling you stuff like EV sales are in a crisis. EV sales are slowing down. Volkswagen said no one wants our EVs. Yeah, no one wants your EVs. Doesn't mean EV sales are slowing down. Toyota is laughing at everyone, saying, we told you so, EVs weren't going to take off. Actually, they are taking off. I mean, did you see an increase in gasoline-powered sales or diesel-powered sales of 25% in any year in the last 50 years? No, it hasn't happened before. So a 25% rise worldwide is actually a big difference. In addition to a slowdown in consumption, though, from manufacturers in certain countries, there is massive powerhouse companies in China. Geely, look at their sales, just exploding this last year. Chery, their sales up nearly 40% worldwide. They delivered 2.6 million cars. BYD delivered 4.2 million cars. That's 10 times as many cars as they delivered 4 years ago. 4 years ago, BYD delivered 400 and something thousand for the whole year. In December, they delivered more than 500,000. In November, more than 500,000. In October, more than 500,000. So BYD are basically selling more cars in a single month than they used to in an entire year. When I say used to, that wasn't very, very long ago. It was only 4 years ago. So someone has to feel the pain, doesn't it? The automotive industry is a zero-sum game. Stellantis are feeling the pain. Mercedes-Benz sales went down for the entire year of 2024 worldwide. Many automakers are in dire straits. They are. They have to manufacture cars in their existing factories in Japan or in Germany or in the United States or wherever else. And it costs way more money to make cars in those countries. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the end. I've been warning about this for, when did I start this YouTube channel? 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years ago. At the time, people thought I was insane. At the time, people thought Tony Seba was insane as well. Not so insane now, though. Guys, Nissan, I did so many videos on that. And even fans of the channel was like, come on, mate, back off on Nissan. Nissan are going to be fine. Well, Nissan admitted that in a year, they would have no money and would have to have a big investor bail them out. That's basically saying we're going to go bankrupt unless someone bails us out. Now Honda is taking over Nissan. No one knows why they're crazy enough to do that. Honda doesn't know why. The media said, Honda, CEO, why are you doing this? What's the advantage? And he couldn't come up with an answer. I kid you not. He had no response. He was like, we'll get back to you on that. No one understands why Honda would do this, but they're in trouble themselves. Mitsubishi are going to be part of that joint venture. 3 companies coming together. They're hoping that by having larger scale, they can make vehicles more efficiently and prevent themselves individually from going bankrupt. Can they? Well, I mean, Honda just saved Nissan, but how long will that last? How long will Stellantis last? How long will these legacy automakers last? They're being crushed in China. And China does matter. Believe it or not, China matters more than any other car country in the world by orders of magnitude. Around twice as many cars were sold in China in 2024 versus what was sold in the United States. Twice as many. Car manufacturers in China are innovating at the fastest pace the automotive industry has ever seen. Even people in China are even complaining about it. They're like, you're innovating too fast. Slow down. But new customers are saying, thank you very much. This is an amazing car. I can't believe I just paid $12,000 for a really good EV. No other country and no other car company can make claims of any kind remotely close to being able to manufacture cars at the prices that the Chinese car companies can do it. And this is only the beginning.